Bernard Hopkins returns as the executioner to face the game puncher, much younger, Joe Smith Jr., December 17th. What up, Fight World? It's your boy, Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Now, they did in Philly, and shout out to Eshawn the Truth. He has a YouTube page. Good kid. He's boxing. He's young. He got a picture in with Oscar De La Hoya. Shout out to Philly. And they were doing a press conference, media workout or whatever for the Hopkins-Smith fight. This is Bernard Hopkins' absolute final fight. I think he made a pact with Oscar De La Hoya that this would be his final fight. And Oscar De La Hoya said something. They were doing a media roundtable. He said something very interesting, so I had to make a video. And I'll put the link, Fight Hub. Shout out to Fight Hub. They got it on camera of Oscar De La Hoya talking about it. And you could tell by the title of the video, Oscar De La Hoya claims that Bernard Hopkins, B-Hop, who he's a legend. I love B-Hop. He claims that Bernard Hopkins did better against Sergey the Crusher Kovalev than Andre Ward did. So I just had to talk about this real quick. First of all, I don't want to hear you guys say shit about me and the things that I say on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing that's crazy about boxing. I feel like trainers, promoters, and other people in the industry, they can say whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? I say Ward won a close fight with Sergey Kovalev, which even the judges thought. 114, 113, you know what I mean? You could tell by the scorecards. Everybody thought it was a close fight. I mean, unless you're not being objective, right? And then out of nowhere, you have a promoter who's clearly trying to build up a hype for Bernard Hopkins, who works for Golden Boy, his final fight. And then he says something as ridiculous as Hopkins did better than Andre Ward, right? Now, I only watched that fight once. I don't think I ever watched it again, but I have a pretty good memory. You know what I mean? I put things in my memory bank. I actually predicted. The video is still on my channel. I picked Sergey Kovalev to win a unanimous decision over Bernard Hopkins because the people he had been facing beforehand were not like Crusher, who I told you guys in that prediction. Crusher has power and he can box. You know what I'm saying? So it's different than Bebot Shumanov and Kyril Murat. Bernard Hopkins was able to, at an advanced age, defeat Tavoris Clouds and guys like that because they're a lot more one-dimensional. And I knew how good Kovalev was. He killed a man. He has an amateur background. He clearly has power. So I picked Kovalev, and I was absolutely right, you know what I mean, with that prediction. And a lot of people, it's not me, other people picked Crusher, but a lot of people picked him to knock out Bernard Hopkins. But I was confident that Bernard Hopkins, I don't think he's ever been stopped before, and he was tough. So I picked that. I was absolutely right. But to say that Hopkins did better, like I said, you guys don't, I don't want to hear you guys say nothing. It's just in one ear out the other. Don't say nothing about me, because this is clearly Oscar De La Hoya selling the Smith fight, because there's no way realistically that you can have Bernard Hopkins putting up a better fight than Andre Ward. Again, I only watched it once, but I remember it pretty well because you know what I mean, I was covering boxing at the time, and I had Hopkins losing every single round. So how did he do better when he lost every round? Not to mention he got knocked down just like Andre Ward. He got knocked down a round earlier than Andre Ward. I believe it was in the first round, and he was getting melted in the 12th round. So how do you start and close the fight in the same fashion, getting hurt, but you did better than Andre Ward, who got hurt one time, and Ward went on to win the second half pretty much of the fight? You know what I mean? There were some competitive rounds, but he clearly did better in the second half versus Bernard Hopkins, hurt in the first and hurt in the 12th, and it looked like he was on his way to getting stopped. I mean, it's just, it's ridiculous to make that statement. You know what I'm saying? When I approach boxing, I'm not attached to any particular side, so I call it how I see. You know what I mean? And I think it's just, it doesn't make sense for, I understand trying to promote a fight. I've never been a promoter, but that's ridiculous to say that a tight, close fight with Hopkins, or excuse me, with Ward and Kovalev is even comparable to Kovalev, who literally won every single round. I don't even think Bernard, he definitely didn't look like the typical Bernard. And I love Bernard Hopkins as a fighter. I think he's great. Definitely has a chance against Joe Smith Jr. Interesting fight. Final fight, long layoff over a year. His last fight was Crusher, and he took a lot of punishment in that 12th round. and he's 51 years old. Joe Smith Jr. has a bit of momentum, has the age advantage, but Hopkins in general, if he performs like how he always does, like or in the past, like the Tito Trinidad, the De La Hoya fights, and Tavoris Cloud and all those fights, Pascal and fights like that, Hopkins usually does pretty good with that style, i.e. Kelly Pavlik. I think Kelly Pavlik at the time was probably a better version of a Joe Smith Jr. But Joe Smith Jr. is fighting an older Hopkins, and Joe Smith Jr., he looks pretty big for light heavyweight, or just he looks big as a light heavyweight. So it's an interesting fight, but what Oscar De La Hoya is saying and trying to promote is pretty irresponsible to me as an avid fan, because like I said, I had Kovalev winning every single round. I don't remember a round where I was really impressed or gave to Hopkins. So to say that Hopkins did better than Andre Ward, I mean, that just sounds like some hating stuff to promote the fight. You guys can say, oh, you just love Andre Ward. It has nothing to do with love. You tell me how Hopkins did better. If you feel that way, you tell me what rounds you gave him, and tell me what round you gave him and what round you gave Ward, and tell me that even if you had Kovalev beating Ward, you still can't say Hopkins did better when he lost every round and he was hurt at the start and the close. Just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.